The last space race was about planting flags and national pride. This new space race, it's about who gets to mine asteroids worth quintillions of dollars. The space race is back on, baby. The 1960s had the government programs, space camps, and national prestige. The 2020s, private companies, commercial profits. The Cold War politics of the old space race is gone. This new space race is all about economic competition. Sure, there are still government space programs like NASA and the European Space Agency, but they are mostly there to support and regulate the hundreds of private companies that want a slice of this new space pie. This is no longer a game for superpowers only. This time it's a global free-for-all. Back then it was all about who could get to the moon first. This time it's about who can set up shop out there permanently and make the most money. So strap in, because this new space race is just getting started. SpaceX has shaken up the industry with reusable rockets that bring down the cost of a launch by a factor of 10. Blue Origin wants to take tourists on moon rockets. China has made remarkable progress in just the past decade, leaping from no human spaceflight to launching a private astronaut into orbit. There are more players than ever, and they're all fighting for a piece of that trillion-dollar pie. But don't worry if you missed the memo. You're about to become an expert on the newest space race. We'll tell you who's competing and what they really want out of space. By the end of this video, you'll know everything you need to impress your friends. So here's the deal. This isn't your parents' space race. This is a whole new game. And while some things have changed, some things have stayed the same, there are still milestones to be passed and bragging rights to be won. Companies are racing to check off these key moments first. By 2025, there will be more missions to the moon than ever before. This is just the beginning. The real action starts when the first permanent bases are established on the moon around 2030. This is where the companies will start to pull ahead. Whoever establishes the first permanent lunar base will have a huge advantage in the race to Mars. Speaking of the red planet, let's talk about bragging rights. Everyone wants to be the first to establish a self-sustaining colony on Mars. Right now, SpaceX is in the lead for this milestone, which is scheduled for 2035, but anything can happen in a decade. After that, it's anyone's guess how quickly these colonies will grow. But one thing is for sure, the real money starts when we start mining asteroids in the 2040s. Asteroids are rich in precious metals, and some could be worth as much as $10,000 per ton. That's right, trillion with a T. Some estimates put the total value of near-Earth asteroids at over 10 to the 27th power dollars. Quadrillions with a Q. Whoever controls the asteroid mining industry will be rich beyond their wildest dreams. This isn't just about national pride or scientific achievement anymore. It's about the cold, hard cash. But there is a lot more at stake here. Don't get too excited just yet. We know that there's a lot of money to be made in space, but there are other important things at stake here as well. The resources needed to sustain life on Mars are abundant in asteroids. In other words, asteroids are the key to colonizing Mars. For example, water is obviously essential for human survival, and there's plenty of it on asteroids. In fact, some asteroids are made up of almost pure water ice, and we know that Mars has frozen water on its poles and under its surface. If we can get there first, we can lay claim to all of those resources. Plus, whoever dominates asteroid mining will also dominate satellite internet. Satellites are becoming more and more important for communication and navigation, and guess what? There aren't many satellites in low Earth orbit. Now imagine having the upper hand in building and launching satellites. That's a major advantage in today's world. And finally, there's the bragging rights and tourism. Okay, maybe this one isn't as important as the others, but it's still a big deal. People love to show off, and what better way to do it than by visiting an off-world destination? Whether it's a hotel on the moon or a vacation home on Mars, the first company to make this possible will be the winner of the space race. Here's the deal. This space race is going to change the world. The competition for resources and bragging rights will push companies to innovate and make incredible discoveries. Who will come out on top? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, the future of humanity is in space. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Which company do you think will win this new space race? SpaceX, Blue Origin, or someone we have not heard of yet? Let us know in the comments below. The global space economy was valued at $400 billion in 2023. That is expected to grow to $1.8 trillion by 2035. Since the year 2000, the cost of launching a rocket into space has dropped by 90%. There are now more than 100 private space companies actively working towards space-based goals. Now check out more space videos or watch this video on how the US Army is preparing for war in space.